Hello, and welcome aboard Whale Pod to another episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3. I'm your Captain Whale. In the last episode, we did the Ascension quest for the first of two post-game heroes, Melia Antiqua, the Queen of Kevis. Now, let's do the Ascension for Nia, insert Rex's last name here, Queen of Agnes. In order to unlock this, once we have gotten a character to rank 10 in Nia's Life Sage class, we need to go around to specific points around Ionios with particularly deep connections to Allrest, one of which is right here in the city. This question mark was not here before Nia was in the party.
Your Majesty, there you are.
Please, it's Nia. You aren't used to it yet, are you?
I'm sorry, Please forgive me, it's just...
It's fine. I may have taken my teasing a step too far there.
I hope what I'm about to say doesn't come out the wrong way, but...
Yes?
It's just... You're our queen. We believed you were the one that gave us all life, and that we'd return to you in the end. You were like this awesome being high above. None of us could even dream of talking to you. And now you're just traveling along with us and chatting like it's an everyday thing. It's just really bizarre to me somehow. Like things have been switched around. It still feels a little strange.
Could it be that it just hasn't sunk in yet? I see. Well, it's the same for me.
What?
I'm sure I've told you this before, but please indulge me. While I was asleep in the Cloud Keep, I was getting information about what was happening in the world. So I knew long before that you were not M, but an independent being called Mio. But it was nothing more than information. I wanted to truly know you more than anyone else. But I couldn't touch you, couldn't make contact. I felt so close to you, but you were still this distant, far-off thing. It was so frustrating. But right now, you're so close, I can reach out and touch you, speak with you even. I never thought the day would come. It's a truly strange feeling.
It's the same for me.
Indeed. It's amazing, really, the way things worked out, don't you think?
For sure. If I hadn't become Ouroboros, I'd never have had the chance to meet you, Nia. Sometimes a small pebble starts the avalanche, which changes your whole future. Don't you think?
No, I don't think you can put it all down to chance.
Huh? What do you mean?
I think we met because we were supposed to, Mio. It was meant to be. Because, to me, you're...
Hey! Mio! Nia! We're heading out soon, guys. Get a move on or you'll get left behind.
Okay, we're coming! Shall we go join the others?
Sure. Let's do that. Mio?
Yes?
I'm really glad we got to talk like this.
Yeah, me too. Nia.
Info acquired, 1 of 4, Nia's memories. And of course, Uni just had to interrupt the Mio, I am your mother moment. That's still, I'm gonna say that that picture is confirming that canon, that the baby Nia is holding in the picture in the ending cutscene is Mio. The original Mio, the one who was recorded into Origin as a roughly 10, 11, 12-year-old. Now, we have more stops to go on our victory lap here. And the next one is taking us to the Agnes Castle region. This is funny, the list of places I looked up to go to for this listed out 3 places that were actually places, and the 4th place was just Gondor. Well, apparently you're a city here in Ionios and in Middle-earth.
When she sees you.
Gondor.
Oh, what do you plonkers want now?
Hey, come on. Don't be like that. We're just here to say hi.
Huh? What's that? You got time on your hands, have ya? Huh? Why? If it isn't...
I believe this is the first time we speak directly, isn't it, Gondor?
Can someone tell me what the hell's going on? What's the Queen of Agnes doing here? Oh, hang on. I suppose we are in Agnes Castle right now. So, maybe it's not so weird to see you here. But what I don't get is, why does the Queen of Agnes seem to know about me?
That's... well, it's a long story. The Vandham name, and those that bear it, have a deep meaning for me.
You mean my family?
In the past, we were saved by a man called Vandham. He taught us a lot about life, and what it was we were called to do. It's no exaggeration to say that without him, there would be no me.
Huh? A real deep connection between Nia and Gondor's fam. Spooky.
The memories of it are all but lost now. These were events of the distant past.
Oh. More to the point. Seems you dags have gotten pretty used to chumming up with royalty, like it's no big thing.
Well, Nia asked us to treat her that way. Like another one of the gang.
Come on, Gondor. Surely you more than anyone wouldn't expect us to mince our words around Nia.
Wind your neck in, will ya? Nothing wrong with how I talk.
Oh, you're so bold and unabashed. I simply adore it.
I suppose I am.
I mean, you've passed through the conflict with the false queen, maintained order in the castle. There are a lot of things that came about because of your blood, sweat, and tears, Gondor.
Huh? Well, that's a real heck of a compliment. Too much for the likes of me, maybe, you match. All I reckon we really did was set a few boundaries to stop things going daft. I don't have a clue about your Agnian folks, though.
You're just being humble, Gondor. Please, there's no need for it. It's not easy to earn people's trust, to maintain the balance. And you do all that while still remaining natural, unadulterated Gondor.
Oi! I'm basically an adult. I'm almost... Oh, forget it.
Condor, you really soften up when you get a few kind words, don't you?
Huh? Who you calling soft?
I hope Agnes can count on your continued support.
I mean, what I'd really like to be saying right now is bite me. But since I've got a real deal queen going to all the trouble of asking me, I guess I've got to at least consider the request a bit.
From the bottom of my heart, thank you, Gondor. As the nominal lady of Agnes Castle, I bestow upon you my sincere admiration for fulfilling the...
Hey! Whoa! Enough already! It's like you want to make me squirm.
Ah, there's our Gondor.
Just shut up, will you? We're done talking about me, alright? You Ouroboros assholes, mind your own beeswax, alright? I better not hear you've been holding the Queen back. You're a real goofy bunch, aren't you? Just being around you counts as a hazard.
Pot calling the kettle black much there, Gondor love?
And that is now Nia's memories, 2 of 4, and Van Damme! The original Van Damme was mentioned there. I figured when it listed Gondor as a location, we might get a little tidbit about her Alrestian namesake. The next location is going to be jumping right into things in the Fornis region, because the closest skip travel point to it is quite literally right on the question mark, the Sophronia tree.
Ah, the scent of Sophronia. This takes me back.
Takes you back? You mean you know what this is?
Yes, of course. Sophronia trees used to grow in the world that I came from, you see.
Huh? For real?
So that's where Sophronia trees come from. Who'd have guessed?
That's not all. What you call the Urian Mountains came from my world too.
Whoa, seriously? I always thought they were funny-shaped mountains.
I mean, now they're mountains. Back then, they weren't so picturesque.
Are there more places like this? Stuff that we don't know the true origin of?
Actually, yes. In fact, I dare say, pretty much everywhere you've seen till now.
Makes sense. If you hadn't been here, we'd have just walked right past like it was no big thing.
I suppose it's good for you all to know about how things were in the old world. Well, now you've got all this new perspective, why not have a look back at the path you already traced?
Looking back at where we came from. That could be a really valuable experience.
Yes. Please, give it some thought. The path that you're on now will lead you to the future that you've dreamed of.
And that is Nia's memories, 3 of 4. Sophronia trees are indeed a staple of the Urian Titan in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Now, with that less than pleasant angle of lands, we will now go to Pentalus region full. The last one is pretty close to our next teleport point as well. Oh, seeing Gonzalez's tombstone there reminds me, I still need to show off the reason why we bullied that poor monkey 2 episodes ago. But for now, tower camp time.
Those empty ruins.
Nia? Everything all right?
This place you call Mactha Wildwood. Do you know anything about all the ruins and things scattered around here?
No, to tell the truth.
I never paid them any mind, I guess. But now you mention them, they do seem pretty weird. Oh. Hey, is this also related to stuff from your old world, Nia?
That's a good guess, Senna. Not quite right, but you aren't far off.
Please, explain.
All right, I will. This is probably something you ought to know about. I told you before about Ionios' creation, right? Well, what I'm about to talk about goes back much further into the past than that.
You mean when the worlds were one?
The people of that time had access to absolute power, using it to create and enjoy a flourishing civilization. But in the end, they started to fight each other for control over that very power. And because of that, the power became a calamity and ripped the world in two. What we're looking at now is the remnants of the destruction that humanity has wrought. So the true meaning of all this ruin is to stand as a monument to the history that created this world.
If you really think about it, we human beings are the cause of all of it.
I don't get it. Why fight till everything burns?
The answer is because they were afraid.
Afraid of what?
Afraid of ending. All life, all civilizations and cultures, everything comes to an end in time. Of course, humans are part of the world too. We can't escape that rule either. But people never stop looking for a way, even if it means going beyond the rules. Eternity. That's what they were searching for.
Eternity.
If the present moment carries on forever, then the end will never come. That's eternity. With that, the miserable decay that you're looking at now would never come to pass. I think you probably all know the rest of the story already. Why this world that we're in now is called Ionios, the realm of eternity.
Zed also wants eternity, just as the people did back then.
But, I mean, even though they were longing for eternity, to sacrifice so many lives to achieve it, it can't be right.
I agree. We might get hurt, and someday we'll be gone. But we have to keep moving forward in spite of all that. That's what it means to live, right, Nia?
Yes, exactly right. That must be clear to you all now. You should hold on to that vision of life. Cherish it as you go forward. Keep that in your heart so that you never repeat the mistakes of the past.
And we have a new discussion topic available, Nia's memories. As we look out over the remains of Alrest's world tree, and I believe that's actually the world tree, and that's the great tree of Machna Forest from Xenoblade Chronicles. The beings that Nia was talking about eventually became one of the most ghastly looking enemy types in Xenoblade Chronicles 2. And it's a shame one of them's not chilling around somewhere in the lower Wildwood as a super boss. Yes, I know there is a super boss in the Wildwood, but it's not any enemy type from Xenoblade 2, it's actually an enemy type from Xenoblade 1. Now we can discuss Nia's memories.
Let's lay out the facts.
Okay, so what we got next? Good question. Nia, anywhere you still want to go? Well, if you're asking me to choose, then I may have to ask your advice first. Sure, I hope we can give you a decent answer. In all the places you guys have been so far, was there ever a place you could look at the sky up close, almost touch it? But what do you mean, close to the sky? I guess she means, like, have we ever been to the highest place in the world, right? The highest place, have we? Maybe, maybe not. Is that where you'd like to go, Nia? Yes, I mean, I don't have any real major reason for it, but just when you asked where I wanted to go, that was the first thing that popped into my head. What, the sky, you mean? Maybe when I look up at the sky, I just long to go back there, a sort of nostalgia. Well, if that's what you want, then why don't we try and find a high place for you? Oh, really? You're good with that? I'm cool with it. Anyway, it was me who brought up this whole where do you want to go chat in the first place. If there's a way up there, skyscraping place like that, I'd love to check it out myself. You guys. Thank you so much. I guess I'm counting on you all over again. Let's find it together then. The place where we'll be close enough to touch the sky. And now we have Hero Quest Grasping My Future accepted.
Alright, let's get going. Time's a wasted.
Ah, the cavity. I had a feeling it would be... It was either gonna be somewhere in Sword March or somewhere in Capricorn Peak, because those are the two highest areas, aside from Agnes Castle. Ah, Nia wants to cross the cavity. So we'll be back once we've made some preparations. And we are back. Our preparations, quote, quote, for crossing the cavity were setting our levels back to our Gonzalez bullying range, so that if any of these birds decide they want to pick a fight, we're not completely screwed.
This is something decent, right?
But we are going to try and not pick unnecessary fights and cross the cavity stealthy-like. Except for, hopefully we don't have to cross in front of that a level 90 Sesame Street character. That's a quite literal big bird.
This is something decent, right?
Don't attack us, Sesame Street. We're just passing through.
That smarts.
Most of what's down here, though, I believe will eventually be a super boss battlefield. Shouldn't have too much trouble crossing here because of that. Battle between the birds and the elks. And the mountain goats. Origin shard up there, but we have all we need to upgrade all the weapons. We have upgraded all the default 6's weapons, but if you still need them, well, that one over there could be yours. Any bunnet with anything in its tail will be aggressive towards us. I do believe the ones that don't have weapons in their tails are pretty docile. Now that...
This one's gonna be tough.
Let's see if we can do anything about this big boy here.
Maximum voltage!
A good situation in which to hear the unique Nia battle theme.
It's fine. I've got them.
Keep it up, Neo!
I couldn't keep them in check. Shockwave.
It's weird hearing this this theme as a battle theme. This is one of the most powerful, most emotional themes in Xenoblade 2. Now that's the ogre way, getting all these breaks to land.
We have superiority. Push through. You might want time to win out the big gun. We'll blow you away.
Unlike other classes, I only have 2 positionals assigned, them being both side positionals. So I don't need to move from this spot unless the house changes its direction it's facing.
Can't let you show me up, Noah. It's fine. I've got them.
I feel the power.
Now we're in the swing of things.
And Tyon went up a rank from that.
It's a part of me now.
Noah's going to be able to be in this role for a while, considering he's not in any sort of proficiency with Ogre. It's in fact a D proficiency for him.
Amazing.
I guess aside from showing off what we got from Gonzalez, I am also going to show off exactly why, in case you didn't know already, Ogre is just so good with landing break.
Ah, such a blue sky. Though the world changes, no matter what form it may take, the sky up there, it stays the same. Thank you. I'm grateful to all of you. It's kind of you to indulge me like this.
No, it's fine. Don't forget, asking you along was our idea.
I'm pleased you all became Ouroboros. I'm glad that you did.
Nia, what's gotten into you? Why are you saying this now?
When this battle is over, the stationary worlds will move once again. When the worlds were divided, they knew nothing of each other. In the end, they'll be strangers once again. Perfectly ignorant. As will we. Even so, I wanted to make a memory. The day when we part for good, it's coming. But still, I wanted us to share this moment. I wanted to feel that special connection, those ties that bind us together. Not just as your queen, but also as your friend.
Nia.
So just... thank you. In the end, it's up to you. My hope is invested in your future. You must defeat Zed and make a better world with your own hands.
Hey, that's not quite right.
Huh?
That better world. You'll be building it together with us, Nia.
You mean...
I mean, even if we do get separated, someday we'll see each other again. We want you with us, Nia, in that future. How could we not? We need you. Rather, please stay. Because the connection we share, Nia, that's something that can never be broken.
Mio. I mean, if that's the future that you want... No, let me try that again. That future, I'll share it with you. It's not just yours, it's our future we'll invest in. For that, we need this world to end. Until that time.
Yeah. We'll be by your side until then, Nia.
And hero quest complete, grasping my future, 0 experience, 5470 gold, and 10 surplus soul points. Hero's class rank limit broken, Nia Queen of Agnes Life Sage is now rank 20, and the party may now reach rank 20 in Life Sage. More affinity up with the Agnes Castle. Ooh, treasure chest. Or I guess it's more of a container.
Wonder what's inside.
Probably some stuff we're going to auto-sell. And some surplus soul points. Crimson Headband's pretty nice, though. We already have a legendary variant, though. Pure gemstone, really? All the way out here and you're that stingy with it? And now with that, there are a couple more things I want to show just to round out this episode a bit more. First is in the hero menu. If we go into the soul hack menu, the reason why we were bullying Gonzalez already, aside from the fact that he is our Gogol friend who returned from Xenoblade Chronicles and Xenoblade Chronicles 2, is that he is the one we needed to hunt to acquire Wild Wave. Wild Wave is a circle art, and when paired with the Diamond Soul Hacker art Elimination Beam, they are both the highest power multiplier arts in the game. So, if you want the highest power multiplier art of any art in all of Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Immovable Gonzalez is your monkey. And in case people do not already know from other sources, or in case I've shown it off in the past, the reason why Ogre is so vital for landing breaks is because of Fury Smash. Right now, at its rank 10 variation, it will increase reaction success rate by 20 percentage points. And at rank 20, where Senna is and where Uni is in Ogre, it will increase reaction success rate by 40 percentage points. You are going to want to try and fit an Ogre into most teams because of that. In order to fit in more attackers alongside your Ogre, you can even try going for the defenderless strategy with 3 attackers, 3 heroes, everyone kitted out for faster recharge when non-defenders are targeted. And now, this is where we are going to end this episode of Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Whale Pod. Thank you all for watching. If you did enjoy this episode, make sure to like, comment, and sub to the channel if you have not done so already. I'm trying to get better about moving that to the front of these videos, but I do not believe I did that here, and if I did, I have now said that twice. And with that, Whale Pod, I hope you all are having fantastic days, but until next time, this is Captain Whale, signing off.